Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to find that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Here's Cunningham. Steps away to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of the defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
So we got man. Check 3.
Now Cunningham, escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Come on, set. Get to Pittsburgh.
I smell fear in that offense.
Drop.
I smell fear.
First down.
Hey, switch gears.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
That's it, baby.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand,
Single receiver.
You go through
Hey,
your
you're on an
offensive
island
script,
over there.
You go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Motion.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Let it go.
Here's Cunningham from the gun. Flush to his right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said. Better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Come on, fellas.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Walls. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
I got you.
One play has him past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Right there.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. 55. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You have to think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked down in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
All day.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll try the left side. Walls. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
It starts with the guys up front, so when you talk to a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Die. 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown.
There we go. Nice move.
Eagles.
Nice move.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. That was a pretty important drive.
Check it back.
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, 0 off the board. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
55. I got him.
Let's go.
Off play action. Die.
All over you.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me
and
out
that's
here.
That's the first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Taken in at the 22. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards.
Come on,
Tough to
baby.
do better than
Let's
that.
go.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Check 25.
Joker. Watch twist.
On 1st down, Benjamin. The numbers from last week for Benjamin. He was able to tackle the 200-yard mark and a rushing touchdown for good measure.
And what I found surprising, all those yards he accumulated, only found the end zone
just once.
That doesn't even seem fair.
But still, the 200-yard mark, something he can always carry in his back pocket. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Just time for the play to develop. It wasn't a fumble, really. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Here we go. Go to base. All day, every day.
First down, Benjamin. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Cunningham will find some time right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Check Mike 50. Right. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Come on, baby. Come
on,
let's
go. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Complete to Bryant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Let's
the
go,
Eagle
boys.
passing
Bring it
game
up.
looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty... And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Yeah, score!
In for the score.
Yeah.
And the Eagles able
Touchdown,
to push
baby.
further out in front.
Hey.
And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed. You see most teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if there's a guy tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Nice hit, boy.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return.
Let's go,
and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease and they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Nice touchdown, baby.
A big play there. 77 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right? I'm sorry about that. Normally, I'm one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
55. Hey, eat.
Watch the run.
5.
On first down. Rolls. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He wasn't ready.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He runs.
On 2nd down, rolls. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Eagles have recovered.
That's us.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It's caught by Bryant. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up the first down with a nice throw.
What you got, Harry? Give me something. Give me something.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
A 14-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour.
Random man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses, because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Let's go, baby.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Set, ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm on. Ready.
From the gun. Dive.
I got you, boy.
It's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
60 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Tie. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Howell. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Ready up.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Stay with your man. Right.
They'll run on first down. Walls. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
Best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know you feel
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go, here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Die. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
You ready?
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7. Looking to throw. Die. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
Yeah!
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective. To stop him before he get a good steam going.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it,
and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure people have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Second quarter in Cleveland. The Vikings opening their lead up to 2 touchdowns now. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Watch 81, watch 81. Check.
Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
I got it.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Get ready.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Ready? Right. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On second down, here's Cunningham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Dive. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts.
Let's go.
As they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown, 99 yards. And the Packers get a score closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps. But they've got to go and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's been in a pretty good groove. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air. Both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met, Coach, when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
Really helps your play calling, because now you're in a position where you're confident in either one, either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
On the set. Watch tight, watch tight. Tight here.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Oh, yeah!
Ready,
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Cunningham. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's go. Let's do this.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Cunningham looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best. As that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee.
Let's go now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the half. The second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
This is a do that?
Here we go. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting for us to start a game. A lot of them
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Don't throw my side.
First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened here before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen.
We got
and that player was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Cunningham. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season. So here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Yeah, baby.
In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. Moving laterally, tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 40-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They don't go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, they might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan from.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounces. 8 ounces good.
All right, just checking.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ken Lobo.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Shoot.
They'll try to inside.
I got you, boys.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Set, ready. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Big stop, D. Big stop.
Set, go.
Switch.
Guy. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Come on, fellas.
Big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I got one.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And he's got his man on the out route.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. Route running savvy and toughness. There's a premium for all of that now.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds, and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes a quarterback look a whole lot better.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
First down, here's Love. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session. And it's best to sit through. I've sat through. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
On the set.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Ackerman. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Here we go. Hey, zoom. 5.
On 1st and 10, Ackerman. Got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Ready.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
We got 4.
2nd and 1. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of Edwards. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
60
he had the touchdown. This one's going to get him a first down.
Here we go. Hit it.
Operating from the gun. Ackerman. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception.
Ready.
Deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Set. 18 Gator.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Ackerman. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, in this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Ready.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Big Ripper.
From the gun. Dye. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of the catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. He's had to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. A big kick, 50 yards that time.
Let's go,
with a
boys,
return
bring
of
it
4.
up.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half.
Indy.
But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly. In the second half, they've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again. Ackerman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. There he goes left side. And they will score. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles' hands team able to cover it up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else,
Ready.
you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them. I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Ackerman looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure the guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, they can probably live with that with this late leading the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That
ready.
was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Oh, boy, I know you felt
that 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman with the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
That's it.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time. That means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down and salt this one away. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right?
Here we go,
interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Beef rip, beef rip.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive.
You ain't doing nothing
to
today.
throw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Here we go.
That
Set.
throw good
60
for 4.
outlaw.
It's
55.
second down.
Check 55. Mike.
Second and 6. Just inside the 30. Second and 6. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of 40 at the 38-yard line.
Set. 18 Gator.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Let go.
They'll run it out of the gun.
Under
And
10,
that play
under
is
10,
blown
10.
up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3
That's where
yards
you
in the
belong.
wrong direction there. Brings up second
60
down.
Pittsburgh.
The Packers going to use one of their
Man left.
timeouts
3 down.
as they get
Hey,
it right
check,
at the
check.
32nd
3 down,
mark
3 down.
of this fourth quarter.
Okay, break.
Check Mike. Watching the 5.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here we go.
Get it. Cut.
To throw on second down. Die. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
On the
Just
double.
nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
What we've seen is the defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On now is the Packers punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football switching hands here
Got
with
it.
very little time remaining in this contest.
Reset. Tight right.
Check down.
5.
They'll run on
Set
first
the tone,
down.
defense.
Benjamin.
Set the tone,
He
defense.
finds some
Let's go.
open field here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. All told, it's an even
Let's go,
30
baby.
and a first down.